Thomas Gray was an English poet. He was a letter writer and a professor at Cambridge University. He once wrote a poem, and that poem has a very famous line, which says that where ignorance is bliss, it's folly to be wise. But let me confirm to you as well from my side that ignorance in any form, in any way, and in any set of space and time can never ever be a bliss. So a few days back, I put up my Facebook status, and I asked my friends, what is politics? And I got some interesting replies from my friends, which I would like to share with you. So one reply was, politics is the study of particular tribes and families who are involved in illegal activities, corruption, injustice, and target killing, etc. One more. The politics is the legal mafia. And then, but you in India and we in Pakistan say, sab gol mal hai, sab do number hai, everything is fake. I was not amazed from these comments. I was not even amazed when these and some other comments were liked by my friends who are highly qualified. Why I was not surprised? I was not surprised because I belonged to the same school of thought until the first year of my post-graduation. Unfortunately, even in this 21st century and in this modern era, culture is something which is deciding the women's participation in politics. If the popular notion is that women are less capable than men when it comes to their political participation, then you can well imagine their situation in this area. And then there are some structural contexts, for example, family education system, labor force, which are designed and conceptualized in such a way that keeps women away from gaining the necessary skills to compete against men for the political offices, for the public spaces. So, in my concept, women should not join politics only because of the reason that they constitute half of the world's population. I mean, come on, this is not a reason for me at least. For me, the reason is very simple. Women should join politics because they are intellectual beings. And politics is like a blank paper that is constantly in the need of new ideas to evolve. And trust me, women are really good at it. Currently, in Pakistan, we have 70 members of the parliament out of 340 seats, which overall makes 21% of the total seats. And currently, and very recently, there happened a very interesting case in Pakistan in the Upper Dir area of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa KP province, where women voted for the first time after 40 years in the history of that area because they were not allowed to vote by certain conservative elements. But when they came out in last few months during the by-elections, so they completely knocked out those conservative political parties that were winning there since last 40 years. So what does it mean? It means that women not only as active citizens, but also being in the parliament can make a big difference. I was a biotechnologist. I'm in Seoul, I'm a biotechnologist. And when I was working in the four walls of human medical genetics lab, I realized more the political weakness behind the less development of science and technology in Pakistan than about the politics of the genes themselves, of how they evolve the living species. And I personally believe that scientists and technologists, they need to enter into active politics apart from doing great deal of inventions and discoveries. And why? Because if there is no sense of science diplomacy, then where do you see the usage of those innovations in a society that lacks the necessary political structures to adopt that kind of change? So my political journey, it began with joining a youth forum that is called Progressive Youth Forum. Progressive Youth Forum it began in 2010, and I joined it earlier as General Secretary, and evolving with the passage of time, I realized by working with young men and women in the far-flung desert regions of Pakistan where they contested elections against the feudal lords, that in our lives, either we should join, even we should know something more about politics and should join it, or otherwise we should only choose ignorance. There is no other way. And then I took an initiative which is called the SOCDEM Youth Network Pakistan. It was an idea where we wanted to bring people from multiple backgrounds, whether they are the young artists, they are singers, they are scientists, technologists, they are media practitioners, or they are trade unionists, to bring them on one platform because they are already working in their fields but in limited universes. So why not to bring them together on one platform through one idea, and that idea is to orient their own activisms through political angles, and then to collaborate with each other as well. Yeah, so, and then there came a big twist in my life when I joined National Party, which is one of the ruling parties in the Balochistan province, and in the history of that party, I'm the first female elected president for the capital city of Islamabad. So making a decision to join a party was seemingly an upheaval task, but it was never a complex decision, because I knew that in longer run, I want to work on science diplomacy, and for that, I have to run on that long road, which is quite long, but that is the only road I trust. Every nation on this earth deserves the best possible leaders. And if these leaders, if these nations, they don't give the ample space to women to come onto the top leadership positions, then these nations are really robbing themselves off from a great deal of talent. And we, the women of South Asia, we have to raise our voice, we have to reclaim our voices in the political arena, and we have to reject the popular notion that women are electorally not popular. And as a young political worker myself, I would like to advise each woman here in this hall, no matter if you are a housewife, or you have some career in life, or you are a student, please politically orient yourself, develop your leadership capabilities, and join some political parties, because then it will help you to vision whatever you want to do in your life, because your goal needs a political angle to sustain it in the longer run. And one thing you have to remember always is this, that one committed and organic activist can be a great vehicle for a social change, which we highly lack when we come to the South Asian region. And then we must not forget also that strong democracy needs strong women. Thank you.